And we are live, back right out for an ECFL Twitch livestream between the Tulane Green Wave up against the Maryland Terrapins. Now, Maryland stands little no chance here today, basically out of playoff contention. Tulane having a strong season overall. Of course, Maryland just playing here to make their fans worth of joy. Now, Jeff, do you have any thoughts around this game?
My thoughts are that I think you probably jinxed Tulane. So sorry, Tulane fans, if you did get jinxed. And yeah, I'm also.
Well, for the sheet today surrounding this game, Tulane has a 97% chance to win, and Maryland has one win on the season. So I do think that Tulane is a heavy favorite here, as we have a win return to the 28-yard line. A handoff, play action actually. Now, first down and more. Down at midfield is Tanner Baxter with an 18-yard reception.
That was just a really nice play, great play action, and just good route, and got the first down and a little more, and it's gonna be first at close to midfield.
Yep, indeed, a great play there, setting Tulane up in already good territory. Now at the 50-yard line is Tanner Baxter again with a reception, second of his drive. Rivers getting it out for a little play. Now he stood after the tackle, but gets out for 4 yards, third and short.
I only watched one Tulane game this season. How they are on third downs. Do you know how they are on third downs?
I do think that, I mean, if they hand it off to Wynn here, Wynn is very trusting for a third down running back, so running back in motion, blocking now, gets a man for a first down. Really good catch from Blazin.
That was an amazing catch. I thought that was going to be a drop, and then that weird animation happened, and he caught it, and first down.
Yep, definitely great hands from Blazin on there. Now Rivers looking for a man, finds him for a little curl route. That would be Kaiju Witten. 7 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in this first quarter, second and 6. Rivers gets it out for a first down to Blazin with a reception, second reception of this drive alone. Rivers starting out 6 for 6 with 48 passing yards.
It's going to be first and 10, really close to the red zone.
Yep, just outside there, but they get inside the red zone on that play. 8 yards for Witten.
And that pass is going to make it second and 2.
Definitely a good first down play there, for sure. Second 2, 7 minutes remaining in this first quarter. Play action, overthrow from Smoke Rivers. Gets his first incompletion of the night.
Now it would be third and short.
Now Rivers finds a man batted up from Jordan Hooker.
That was almost really bad for Tulane.
They will still get 3 points out of this drive. Good third down defense from Maryland on that play. Kick is up and it's good for Tulane, up 3-0 in the first quarter.
Now we're gonna see what Maryland can do on offense.
Yep, they have a chance to either get a lead or tie the game. And off the kick return, decent field position around the 27-yard line is Babineau with the return.
Now the Maryland offense is on the field. 1st and 10.
Now, play action. Couldn't get on the out route there. Busy Lorden first pass goes incomplete.
It's a little unfortunate that was an incompletion. If it was a reception, it probably would have been a really nice play, maybe even first down.
And now Handel's only getting a yard on that run, 3rd and long. Now Lorden gets a man on an out route, 1st down.
Oh. Screen pass was probably not the best decision, being that it was 3rd and 9, but it worked. And that's
It was
1st
an
and
out
10.
route.
It was?
Yeah.
I don't think a screen pass.
Now deep throw, oh my goodness, overthrow from Busy Lorden.
Maybe Tulane should just actually stick to, or not too late. Maryland should just stick to the shorter passes, even though they don't really work.
Now 1st down from Maryland, Alvin Chisholm, 20-yard reception.
That was a really, really nice play. It just happened really quickly, but the Tulane defender on him just, I think he stumbled and then wide open receiver.
Now starting out at the 42-yard line on this play. Incomplete, no one there. Bustin' McNutt, oh my goodness, forces an incompletion there. Now Lorden again on the throw, gets it out to Alvin Chisholm for a 7-yard gain. 3rd and pretty short out here.
It's 3rd down. We'll see what they do here. Maybe they'll go with a run or another short pass.
Fullback in motion, handing it off to Handles, gets the 1st down.
That was a nice run there. Just powered through Tulane D-line and got the 1st down.
Now Lorden gets it out on the curl. Verbal Kent with the 7-yard catch.
That'll bring up 2nd and 3.
Now it's going to be 2nd and short. They're
now a fake handoff. Fumble on the field, and now that is recovered from Tulane. That was a pretty awful throw there, if that is even a throw, but it looks like a backwards pass to me.
I don't know. It really
would have been an interception, but they still get the ball either way off a fumble.
Yeah, really unfortunate for Maryland.
They had some good things going for sure.
Yeah.
And now handing it off to Kaiju Win, who goes nowhere.
That makes it 2nd and 10.
No running back backing up Riffers in this play. Gets it out for an out route. Could get a 1st down, blazing with a 9-yard catch after tucking it in.
Only 3rd and short now. Could see it. We see a lot of short passes. These 3rd and short situations. So.
And now an option to Kaiju Win gets a 1st down. Like I said earlier, he's pretty useful when it comes to 3rd downs.
Now it's going to be a 1st down.
Now Rivers on the throw, secures it in, and that is a great catch on the field from MJ Wynn, one of those Wynn brothers out here balling.
What an amazing catch. And that is going to set Tulane with great field position on 1st and 10. And they're inside the red zone.
They're just outside the red zone, around the 21-yard line. Now handoff to Wynn. Really good run there for a first down. Moves the chains.
Really nice run there, just powering through like everyone until he finally got dragged down.
Rivers gets it out for a decent route, and now Wynn getting a second two after that catch.
Here we go, G, get off the field. Mike 9. Hey, we gotta get to 9.
Second two.
Here we go.
Goal line formation. Kaiju Wynn finds the hole, and still not a touchdown, just an inch short.
That makes it first and goal.
Yeah. So 1st and goal. I'm expecting a passing.
Now that would be a touchdown. MJ Wynn getting his first receiving touchdown of the day, and now that brings it to a 2-possession lead from Tulane.
It's always good to go up by a good amount early, and well, I didn't quite with passing there, being that such a short play. Whatever works, and
And now
Tulane
10
is up nothing.
Yep, Tulane up 10-0 over the Terrapins, who just need an answer here, cut it between a 1-possession lead. Now getting it almost at the 25-yard line would be Babineau.
1st and 10 now for Maryland.
And now, on the throw, nearly intercepted. Lorden with a very dangerous throw, as the wide receiver intended to throw to is covered up by a lot of people there.
I did not really understand that play, and really
Now immediately crushed up, a huge tackle for loss. Tank Falco with tackle for loss on that.
Yeah. This is looking nothing like the first Maryland drive. So now this Tulane defense is really starting to. They're really
30 short, they get it out for a screen. Handles gets it out for 5 yards, and now punt unit out.
That's a 3rd and out. There was great pressure brought by the D line there, and now Tulane's gonna get the ball and maybe score again.
Tank Falco is better than you, Stern. Don't get it twisted. Now on the punt return would be Tulane. MJ Wynn with an 8-yard return. First and 10 at the 41-yard line. And now a handoff to Wynn, gets some open room for a first down, but a flag on the field. Would that be clipping? I guess it would. It will be clipping. Now that would be from the green wave, so they get set back 4 yards.
That was not called back for clipping. It would have been a really nice run. So it's unfortunate that clip happened.
And now play action, wide open man, but overthrown.
That's just really unfortunate. There's nothing else I can really say there. That's just.
Had a perfect opportunity for a first down, but couldn't connect on that dot. Now getting it out, secures the ball, but just very short for a first down from Menino.
Now it's really, really short. So hopefully they're gonna run it here. I'll be very mad.
Yeah, and they do not run it. And intercepted! Smoke Rivers throws an interception to Maryland, who has it in Tulane territory. Raunchy with the interception there.
They should have ran it. But
Yeah,
just
that's what. That actually was a very big gamble there. I definitely would have recommended running it with Kitten.
that was more than a gamble. That was
When, yeah, more than a gamble. Yeah, that was just silly play. And now, handoff goes nowhere to himself. Busy Lorden goes nowhere. T Knight with the tackle.
about a minute left on the clock.
And immediately handled up was Nicholas Handles and ironically Eljef de Gaulle with the tackle.
Yeah. Now it's gonna be third and pretty long. See if they can convert it now.
Yep, and with a minute undergoing, intercepted. Oh my goodness, that was basically a punt, wouldn't it be? Izzy Lorden with the interception to Mason J. Sanders.
Not the worst kind of interception in the world. That was just really just an arm. But
Yeah, that was definitely a great interception there, though. Now, Smoke Rivers, the greatest system quarterback of all time, gets it out to MJ Wynn for a 20-yard catch.
I don't really even know what happened there because my screen froze, but that happened, so that's pretty cool.
Yep, one-handed catch from Wynn in there, showing off his hands. Rivers, system quarterback, almost was intercepted by Davis there.
That makes it 2nd and 10.
Now it's
Less
gonna
than a
be.
minute.
What are you saying?
I was just mentioning how much time there's left on the clock, but great play down there for a first down by none other than Tanner Baxter, who had some showing up in the first drive of this ball game.
That was a really nice pass and a good first down. And yeah, they can keep doing that, then they're going to score a lot of points today.
30 seconds undergoing in this first quarter. Handoff from, not a handoff, but a snap from Rivers gets it out to Tanner Baxter with a 7-yard catch. Now Rivers gets it out, batted out from Case and Kane.
That nice defensive play is going to bring up 3rd and 3. See if they run.
3rd and short, and they still don't run it on the 3rd down. Ben Blazin with the 6-yard reception. Now, that would be the final play of the first quarter, folks. Terrapin scoreless up against Tulane that are down 10-0. And it's going to be a very exciting first half in the second quarter to end the first half soon.
Now it's going to be, I don't really remember what down it is.
When motion gets a 2-yard reception, they are 2nd and 8.
That makes it 2nd and 8.
Moke Rivers looking for a guy, and he does for a first down. Chalk Menino with a pretty good catch there.
That makes it 1st and 10.
Nice pass. We're going to run it to a 1st and 10 inside the red zone.
Now, pretty good running from Tanner Baxter, but it didn't go that much far, so 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Mike 9. Mike 9. Red, go.
On the scramble is Rivers. The touchdown, Tulane. The Green Wave gets another touchdown on board after Rivers runs it in like the running back he is. Now a potential 3-possession lead here.
Yeah, I was just cool beans.
And it's up and good. Tulane up 3 possessions, 17 to nothing. Now to return, it's Maryland. Great special teams defense there, setting them up just above the 10-yard line. Oh my goodness.
Oh, that was amazing defense. Special teams defense by Tulane. Maryland's not even past 20.
And now a handoff going way backwards as handles. This run defense from Tulane has been showing up today. Reggie Green with the run, tackle for loss on the run.
Yeah. Maryland should really try to pass it a little more. I don't really know why they're still running it a lot. But I mean, it's a 3-yard gain, but it's 3rd and 10.
3rd and long here upcoming. More wide receivers set. Now a pass down midfield would be Verbal Kent with the reception.
That was really nice play. It would have been good for them if they did something like that on the other 2 plays, but I can't be too cheap.
Tight end left. 4 down. 31's the mic.
Now on the throw. That is not 1st down after a huge hit there. 2nd and 1.
Then be 2nd 1 now for Maryland. We'll see if run backwards again. Maybe they'll run forward or if they'll pass. They're passing.
Now on a huge throw, caught. Now not a touchdown, but still great field position inside the 10, inside the 5, whatever. But Busy Lorden with a great throw.
That was just on this drive. There's been some really amazing passes. Nice to spend half the game running backwards.
Now handles doesn't go anywhere on that play. Andy Newsom with a good tackle there.
Slow.
And now that is incomplete. 3rd and goal.
That makes it 3rd and goal.
And a handoff touchdown. Nicholas Handles finally getting points on the board are the Terps. Now a 17-7 lead here.
Actually, it's 17-6. They can miss it.
No. They rarely miss kicks in this game, like very rarely.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting them to miss the kick. Yeah, it doesn't get. Yeah.
And now Witten, the big guy, goes for a 24-yard return on that play to the 26-yard line.
Now it's gonna be 10.
Holmes on the tackle at the 32-yard line. That'll make it 2nd
2nd and 4.
Mike 9. Bang Hill.
Now a huge run for Kaiju Witten, one of the twins on that team, going out for a pretty big run there.
Really nice run there, and now we getting very close to mid. We're gonna pass.
Now a first down for MJ Wynn. The Wynn brothers getting some action in this drive alone.
Yeah. Both the Win brothers having a very great game. Just overall playing.
Now fake handoff. Taking all the time to throw in the pocket, Blazin gets an 18-yard reception. Good.
That was a really accurate throw. Like many other quarterbacks, that was probably an incomplete pass, maybe even pick. But it was just great.
And now, pretty good position here to get a touchdown, maybe. Now, Tanner Baxter with a 3-yard reception, 2nd and 7, 5 minutes remaining in this first half.
I'm gonna run you over. I'm gonna run you over. Mike 9. Mike 9. Black ball.
Snap is off. No, first down here actually from MJ Wynn. Stood on his feet to get that first down.
Yeah. That was just good, really good effort. Kept pushing and got the first down.
Now, not a first down here, 2nd and inches. Just short there. I'd expect a run here to Kaiju Win. He does get the run here and a touchdown. 3 yards on the run here for Win, extending that lead back to 17.
Yeah. That was a really great drive for Tulane. Just running and throwing right over it narrow.
Now the kick is up and good. Now on the kickoff, Babineau with a 23-yard return.
First and 10.
Now a handoff to Handles, couldn't escape everybody there, so a loss of 2 yards.
This run game's really not been working that well. I don't know why they haven't passed more. Because when they did pass, they scored touchdowns.
Now Lorden gets it out for a 4-yard reception to Kent.
That'll bring up 3rd and 8.
Now 3rd and 8.
I don't know if they're going to get this 3rd and 9.
Lorden with a good throw out there to a first down, moving the chains to Gunnar Gunnarsson.
It's 1st and 10 now, after that nice throw.
And now Lorden gets it out to none other than Verbal Kent again.
Number 31 makes the tackle at the 46-yard line. That'll make it 2nd and 4.
Reset, cut right. 31's the mic. Watch the run, watch the run.
On a fake
Nice
handoff
that was a really nice play.
definitely 13-yard run there for a first down, getting them to Tulane territory. Handoff to Handles, has some open room, uses that to his advantage for a first down.
That makes it 1st and 10.
Now it's going to be 1st and 10 around the 25-yard line.
And back to the loss of 1 yard backwards, actually.
That'll bring up 2nd and 11.
Why?
Four down. 31's the mic.
Now Handles gets some action there for a 4-yard run.
Call it a gain of
Yeah, that was a
4
nice
yards.
run.
That
It
makes
would have been
the
nice
setup.
if they did that like on the last play.
31's the mic.
And Lorden, dangerous throw there, throws it away. 4th and 7, field goal unit coming up to make this a 14-point game. The kick is up and good for the Terrapins, with 2 minutes undergoing this in this first half.
Sure, obviously Tulane will be able to score before halftime. I don't really know how long their average drives are, but if they can get it downfield quick enough, then they probably will be able to score at least a field goal.
Man left.
Now, 2 minutes 6 seconds remaining, starting off the drive around the 25-yard line. Above the 30, around the 35-yard line would be a win on the catch.
Seems like just a tad early to be using their timeouts. 2nd and 2 now.
And now a really good run from Kaiju Win. Gets his 42nd yard there.
Now it's gonna be 1st and 10, very close to midfield.
Yep, just there, but a sack on the field. Smoked on the play would be Smoke Rivers from a sack by Miguel Diaz.
That was a good pressure.
Indeed. 2nd long here now.
Hey, I'm coming. Mike 9. Black 5.
Now, at midfield would be Ben Blazin with a 10-yard catch.
I didn't see what happened there. My screen keeps freezing. Oh. So now it's 3rd and 8.
And a 1st down to MJ Witten. Under 11 yards in this first half. Now, incomplete from Rivers. The fraud himself gets an incompletion there.
It'll be 2nd and 10 now, with now under a minute remaining in the second half, or second quarter, not second half.
And now, in pressure, Marcus Holmes forces the pressure, and now that's a big incompletion, 3rd and long.
I don't quite know if Tulane's in field goal range. I don't really know how good their kicker is.
I think that would be like a 54-yard field goal, but misses a man. 1st down. Oh my goodness. Wow, that was just great agility and acceleration there from Wynn.
I thought they were gonna have to like punt it or something.
But now they're in field goal range.
Yeah. They might even be in like touchdown.
Now a deep throw touchdown. Tanner Baxter with a huge touchdown there nearing the end of that first half, and now 30 points in this first half would be Tulane.
Now they get the 17-4. Boy, that's 21-point lead. Had to make sure. Or is it 20?
It's a 21-point lead from Tulane. On to return it are the Terrapins at the 20-yard line would be Raunchy.
I'm coming. 31's the mic.
And now losing 1 yard is Handles losing a ton of yards today on runs. 1.3 yards per average.
It's gonna be 2nd and long now. Okay, I thought my screen was frozen for a second. They're just taking off.
And now, looks like that would be the final play of the half here, a handoff to Handles. Ouch, he might have to go concussion camp for that. And now that would be the end of the first half here. Tulane up 31-10 over the Maryland Terrapins. I'm kidding, Terrapins. Now heading into that second half. Let's see what Maryland can do to respond. They're kicking it off to start this second half in general.
Yeah, this is a very, very bad spot for Maryland. And, I mean, they did score some points and they did have some really good plays. Maybe they'll be able to have a comeback. And maybe Tulane is gonna hold up and continue to score. We'll have to see.
Now Smoke Rivers putting on a show today, 332 passing yards. Despite that 1 interception earlier, also had a scrambling touchdown. And things looking good for Tulane in the start of the second half. Now that would end your halftime here, folks. Get ready for the second half coming up as we have kickoff on the way. And now to return is Maryland. Decent field position here for Ranchi. This one.
This will kick off second half. 10 from the.
Now Lorden nearly intercepted. Would have been a great play from Falco there.
It was almost really, really bad for Maryland.
Now Lorden handing it off to Handles, who gets a first down.
That was just a really nice run. Would have been pretty good if he could do that on like every other run play. I gotta go turn off all.
Now, incomplete there. Oh, that was just Andy Newsom, who also almost had that interception earlier. Now handoff back to Handles, not having his best day today, just above 2 yards per average. 3rd and long. And on a dangerous throw, incomplete. That would force a punt here. Punting it away. Back to Tulane on this one. Pretty decent return of 15 yards from MJ Wynn.
I'm back now. I have to turn off all Lizard's lights.
XABC, I called him a fraud as a joke, sir. You're setting me up.
What's happening?
It's just having some fun in the Twitch chat.
Really wish my computer wasn't broken.
Now, Ben Blazin, 4-yard reception there, 2nd and 6. And You have Smoke Rivers on top of a 4 wide receiver set, getting it out for a screen pass, dropping it.
The pass falls incomplete. Number 81.
Oh, that was dangerous.
That'll bring up 3rd and 6.
Now Rivers getting it out for a first down to Chuck Menino.
That makes it 1st and 10.
I'm not talking shit, dude.
Huh?
And now a deep throw. Touchdown!
Wow.
Beautiful throw from Smoke Rivers on that play to MJ Wynn. He's having a heck of a day.
Just making it look like they're playing like a flag football team, like a 12-year-old flag football team. But they're like going easy on them.
Now on to kick off. Tulane up 38-10.
Number 27 returns the kick.
Now Tulane, of course, up 38-10, having 433 total yards compared to Maryland's 201.
1st and 10 now.
And now a first down and more on that play, Alvin Chisholm.
He's been a very, very reliable receiver for them, always picking up good yardage.
Yep, you can count him as a wide receiver for sure. Now 1st and 10. At the 44-yard line. Fake handoff. Pretty beautiful throw to Deshaun Richardson there.
Yeah, that was a really nice throw. I didn't really think that anything was going to come out of that play, but they got the first.
And now Lorden under pressure gets sacked for a loss of 8 yards. General Cornwell with a sack there.
Yeah. Now it'll be 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 just at the 50-yard line. Quick pass, incomplete, dropped it.
Now it's going to be 3rd and long. See if they can pick it up here. They've been pretty decent on 3rd downs tonight.
And now a huge throw, complete to Alvin Chisholm.
They continue to be pretty decent on 3rd downs tonight.
Definitely think that a touchdown would help Maryland there, just gaining a little bit of confidence. Having all the time in the world to throw incomplete to, and Kaiser Washington forcing the incompletion there.
That makes it 2nd and 10.
Now it's going to be 2nd and 10.
Yep, 2nd 10, handoff to Handles, only getting it for 2 yards. 2.3 yards on average, 37 yards and 16 attempts in a touchdown.
3rd and 8 now.
Lorden under pressure, could have been intercepted, but not a touchdown. I definitely recommend going for a touchdown here. 4th and inches. They go for that, and that would be a false start. Definitely.
Still 4th down.
Still the field goal unit coming out. Making this a 38-13 ball game. Pretty easy kick there, cutting the lead to 25.
Only 25 point lead now.
Now, pretty good return from Ben Blazin, setting up Tulane in decent territory.
Yep. Be first and 10 from about 24 and a half.
Here we go again. Here we go again.
Now Rivers looking for a man. Not first down out of that. Wow, Blazing able to get that to a first down there.
Yeah. And Marcus Holmes had tackle there, otherwise they probably wouldn't be showing, well, being with his
Rivers
tackles.
throws it down to outer space on that throwaway.
Now it'll be second and 10 following.
And XABC already have your lunch money, so don't worry about it. You could have some of mine. Now, Tanner Baxter with a 3-yard reception.
Gain of 3 on the play. That makes it 3rd and 7.
No, you're not putting me in a cage match, y'all. Now, 4th and 4, putting it out for Tulane.
41-yard line. That makes it 4th and 4.
Now Maryland's going to get the ball back. Maybe they can cut this lead down a little more.
Potentially, yeah. I mean, this is one of their better times to do so, but great special teams defense there, oh my. I'll just donate them to your poor family, Blazin. Don't worry about it.
I definitely know what conversation is going on.
Yeah, it's in the Twitch chat, but a throwaway from Busy Lorden on that one. Threw it to Mars. And now, Lorden getting it out for a little route to handles going absolutely nowhere, 3rd and long.
This is not a very good situation for Maryland.
Yep, I mean, it's pretty tough to get a 3rd and 10 here, especially with all of your offensive production today. But deep throw, nearly intercepted from Marnie. Taylor Davis, pretty dang good deflection there, wouldn't you think?
Yeah. Now, unfortunately, Maryland's going to have to punt away the ball.
Yup, and Tulane set to return. That will be from Witten, who gets it 14 yards back. Now 4 minutes 11 seconds left in this 3rd quarter. MJ Wynn having a heck of a ball game. 158 yards and 2 touchdowns. Definitely would be my pick for player of the game so far.
For sure.
Now Smoke Rivers gets it out to Baxter. Tanner Baxter with it for 8 yards. Over 100 receiving yards today for him. Smoke Rivers gets it to 415 passing yards today, so might have changed my mind already. He might be player of the game. Aaron, you're not going to predict them throwing it deep all the time, trust me. And Smoke Rivers, that would be incomplete, just incomplete for Tulane, 3rd and short. And now a handoff to Wynn. Like I've said, you could trust him on those 3rd downs. First down for him.
That was a nice run.
Indeed it was. Now, Smoke gets it out for 2 yards on the reception, 2nd and 8.
That makes it 2nd and 8.
And now, on what would have been an option, Smoke Rivers goes backwards on that run, 3rd and long.
That was just. No, I don't even have. I don't even know. He didn't even bother trying to pitch it.
Now, Smoke Rivers, Tanner Baxter escapes a man, but gets 7 yards on that reception.
That'll bring up 4th and 5. Penalty flag thrown on the play.
False start. Offense.
Flag.
Up a flag on a field.
Fourth down.
What would that be? That would be a setback, a false start, 4th and 10, field goal unit out. Pretty long field goal here. It is up. It is good. One heck of a kick from that Tulane kicker. Jeez, now they get a 40 piece too.
Wow. Turns out you did not jinx them. The game.
And now Maryland on the return. Pretty dang good return. Ronchi, one of the better kick returners in this league, gets it out above the 34-yard line.
Now it's gonna be 1st and 10. Very good spot.
Gets it out to Handles, who loses 2 yards on the swing route.
That'll bring up 2nd and 12.
Second and 12. Situation now for the Terrapins. And now that would be a completion to Gunderson.
16 yards. That makes it 1st and 10.
Good Gunner a lot.
Yep, I did.
On 1st and 10 now, from about really close to midfield.
Terrapins looking for some action. Lorden gets it out. Ooh. Nicholas Handles gets up after a 7-yard reception, but took a big hit.
Second and 3 now.
And now a completion to Alvin Chisholm for 8 yards.
1st down.
Pretty good field position near field goal range around there for the Terrapins. Handles goes nowhere. And El Jeff DeGoat having a decent day. 2 tackles for loss. Handles not so much. In motion is the tight end. And now, Verbal Kent with 3-yard reception sets up 3rd and long.
If they do want to have any chance of coming back, they really just have to.
Yeah, I mean they have
Not.
4. They have to have like 4 possessions and score a touchdown each time.
Well, yeah, they also have to stop this.
And now,
Gunner.
Gunderson with an 18-yard reception, having some action this drive.
1st down.
Yeah. You got 5 receptions today, and I think like 2 or 3 of them have been in this drive.
Oh, it's Hef, not Jeff. Okay, for Hef to goat. And now, Lorden intercepted out of nowhere, getting the ball inside the 10. Tulane after that interception. Wow, Kamikaze Von Doom with a pretty good one.
Yeah, that might just be game over. If it wasn't game over before, I believe it's game over now.
Yeah. Smoke on the river. Going out nearly. Oh, actually, MJ Wynn got that catch. Pretty good ball placement there, and good hands from Whitten. And now
Nice.
Ben Blazing with a 5-yard reception.
Nice play. Just a simple little short pass.
And now 2nd and 5, and that would end the 3rd quarter, folks. Now, you better type in those fours in chat, or I'll be right outside your windows trying to get you. Now, that's not a threat, don't take it as one. But now, just keep in touch for this 4th quarter, y'all.
Am I safe to still, like, be here? Do you know where I live?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Come on, only Slater got that. Oh my goodness. Interception from who else but Smoke on the River, baby. Javon Highland, I'm just playing. And now busy Lorden deep throw. Caught inside the 10-yard line is Deshaun Richardson.
Really nice play there.
Definitely.
Yeah. I feel like when Deshaun Richardson has only gotten 3 receptions in this game, but he has 89 yards, so whenever he does touch the ball, he's making a pretty big impact.
Yeah. Now, pretty decent scoring opportunity to cut it to 3 touchdowns here. And, oh my goodness, that is way overthrown. And now, added up, incomplete.
Oh, that's another pick. That would have been really sad.
Now 3rd and goal. Lorden, under pressure, gets it out quickly. A handoffs for a 4-yard reception. 4th and goal now, going for it. Much needed opportunity here at the beginning of this 4th quarter. Lorden gets a touchdown there to Gunnerson. 4-yard reception for a touchdown there, cutting it potentially to a 3-touchdown lead.
One thing I noticed with that is you only said Gunner 3 times when you usually say it 4 times. Is there just something different about this play?
I'm just trying to say that name as much as possible, but right there I said 3 times. You might be correct there. Now, Wynn on the return. Above, oh my goodness, open room! Needs to get away from this man, and that would be to the 10-5 touchdown. The big guy, Kaiju Wynn, with a 98-yard touchdown return. Wow, the big guy gets that there.
Should have said that extra, Gunner. Really missed.
Yeah. Alex Roy there, though. Maryland doesn't really need to come back after that one.
Yeah, this game is over. If Maryland does come back, I'm going to take over the stream, and I'm going to take a huge jump, and it's going to be live stream.
And now, Raunchy with a pretty decent return there. Yeah, Kickler 10. Kaiju Wynn had like a huge kick return to big boy. And that would be a curl route caught by Handles for 5 yards. Cheeseburger Eddie Wynn, though, earlier set up Tulane with great lead. Back to 28 on that return. And now big throw.
Oh.
Intercepted. And walks out of bounds. Oh my goodness. Lorden with his 3rd interception today.
Damn.
All you gotta say, damn.
And I got nothing else to really say. This is just really hard to watch.
And now 1st and 10. The smoke on the river takes it out for 6 yards.
That'll make it 2nd and 4.
Mike 9. Trick pass.
2nd and 4. And would have stayed on his feet, but he goes out of bounds backwards 5 yards.
Yeah. That turned a 2nd and short into a 3rd and pretty long.
3rd and 8 now. Now deep throw, oh my goodness, caught! It's still on his feet.
Oh
That
my
is a
God.
touchdown, a 50 piece for Tulane, and it gets even worse. Smoke on the river, the fraud, I'm kidding, himself, gets it out for his 4th passing touchdown of the day. He has a ton for Wino.
Yeah. This is just kind of getting a little hard to watch at this point. I mean, I'm a bit of a Maryland fan because I live pretty close to Maryland, so I root for them a little, and this is really saddening.
And now escapes the man and gets it out for a really good return above the 30-yard line. Less than 7 minutes to go here. Maryland obviously pissed off.
Oh, that makes sense.
Check, tight right. Solo out there, check the outs out there. 3 down. 31's the right. Let's go, motion.
And now, busy Lorden couldn't get past this for a 6-yard reception there. Got past, I got it.
Tight right. 4 down. I got two.
Kamikaze Vundum got a turnover earlier. And Lorden goes nowhere.
I'm kind of just running out of things to say, other than, wow, what a great play by Tulane. Wow, what a sad thing to happen to Maryland.
Yep, and on the swing route, he's going to concussion camp for sure after that one. 4th and long, so Payton might have to come out.
Might have to come out? Yeah, I don't know.
And now the punt out there. MJ Wynn gets it for a 6-yard return. My tongue is in a ton of twisting today. Oh my goodness.
Mike 9. Bang Hill.
And now Tulane on the snap, handing it off to Wynn. Oh my goodness, he just killed a man on that run.
Whoa, that's crazy.
And a loss of 4 yards on the run. Khalid Abdullah with the tackle for loss on that run.
Third and 7 now.
And now,
I'm gonna run.
oh my goodness,
We're gonna
Smoke
run a
River
lot.
struts
Oh my
over
God.
man. Oh wow, what a run from the front. I'm kidding, himself.
He run a lot.
Yeah. Now 5 minutes remaining.
There's a nice little play. Pick up 7 yards.
Yep, in 2nd and 3 now for Tulane. And now, standing on his feet, but goes backwards, would be Witten.
Loss of 1 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 4.
Now Tulane up 35, set on the 3rd and short play. And the first down for Tulane by Witten.
That'll move the chains for another Tulane. First down.
Had that kick return touchdown moments ago. And a first down trucks over a few men.
Wow.
13 yards. That makes it 1st and 10.
This team does a lot of running.
Indeed, now Marcus Holmes, though, he has double-digit tackles on the day. And still on his feet, goes for 1 yard.
Number 27 makes the tackle at the 12-yard line.
3 minutes and 45 seconds left in this game for once. And Drake Babineau with 7 tackles on top of that for Maryland today. And a lob goes out of bounds.
Was the intended receiver on the play. That'll make it 3rd and 9.
Smoke Rivers is at nearly 60 pass attempts. And
Yeah, I
50 completions.
Yeah, it's actually been a great night for him. He's my pick for player of the game. Now Witten goes backwards on that. 4th and long now, field goal unit has to come out, would you think?
Yeah, I think the unit's coming out here, so that would make a lot of sense. Remember you're talking about something else, and I just don't understand because I'm starting to zone out a little.
And now, wasting some time on the clock. Somebody better play those Kahoot lobby music over this.
I would, but I don't want to interrupt the other YouTube video I'm watching.
And now kick is up and good for Tulane, 58-20. And now kickoff set to happen. Under 3 minutes left to go in this game. Now to return is Ronchi. Couldn't get it to the 30-yard line, but above the 25.
Still a decent return, and it's going to be 1st and 10 now.
Yep, with 2 minutes 45 seconds left. And a handoff for 2 yards from Handles.
Gain of 2 on the play. That makes it 2nd and 8.
2nd and 8. A handoff down to Handles. 8-yard run, 3rd and inches.
It's a nice run there. It would have been pretty good for Maryland if he was doing that more at the start of the game. But
And what the heck is happening there? Busy Lorden throws down all the way to Myanmar on that throw. And punting it out, under 2 minutes to go in this game. Oh my goodness. And they win with a good return.
I was hoping for a punt return touchdown here, but I want to see how many points Tulane can put up now. I want to see if they can hit 60.
Yeah, it would be pretty fun to see a 60 piece out here. Now, taking a man with him would be cut you in on the 16-yard run.
First down.
And now, play clock undergoing, but they get a handoff to Kaiju Witten. 6-yard run for them.
7 yards. That'll make it 2nd and 4.
Second and 4 now.
Yeah, and around 30 seconds left to go in this game. Kaiju Witten stiff arms over a man, and that is a touchdown. Kaiju Witten gets a 60 piece to end that game for them.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, he killed a man.
This is just abuse at this point.
It's an abusive relationship between Tulane and the Terrapins for sure.
The Green Wave lined up for the kickoff. Number 27, deep to return.
Now to return are the Terrapins, and Ranchi getting an 18-yard return on that.
First and 10 now at about the 20-yard line.
And now a handoff back down there for a 3-yard run. I know I'm trying to talk in a southern accent. XABC, what? I'm sorry, I don't know how that made it to our Twitch chat. And that would end the ball game here, folks. Tulane up 65,000 over Maryland 20. Smoke Rivers, well-deserved player of the game here with 5 total touchdowns, and that'll end your game, folks. Peace.
Goodbye. And I'm sorry to any Maryland fans who had to see that. Real Maryland fans or people who support Maryland in the ECFL, I'm sorry for you.
Alright, well, peace.
Goodbye.